Hello, fifth grade. We are back again with another video based on what we talked about. You all decided that you'd like a little review with mean, median, mode, range, maximum, and minimum. So today I have a little story for you to help you review before your test. Well, I'm going to tell a little story about my parents, but don't tell them because then they'll be mad at me for sharing all of their information with you. So it's going to be our little secret. Well, we have my dad, and my dad is 50, okay? He married my mom, and my mom is now 47. Then they had my brother, who always picks on me, Joshua, and he's 28. And then they had me, and I'm 25. And then they had my sister, Alicia, and she is 22. So this is my family. Okay, and my family makes up a data set. If I want to find out the average of my family, there's several things we can do. We can look at the mean, we can look at the median, or we can look at the mode. All of those things give us an average. The data set is going to be the average of everything in that set. And right now we're just talking about the age of my family. So one thing that we learn about is the median, which is median middle. So looking at this, you can see that the middle color is orange. And if you have really good memory, you can remember that that's my brother Joshua, and he's 28. So we know that our median is the middle number, which is Joshua, and he's 28. So for those of you that forgot what everyone was, I wrote it down. We have my dad, who was red, my mother, which is yellow, my brother, which is orange, myself, yellow, and my sister Alicia, blue. So if I wanted to find this average, we can look and we can see that my brother, which is orange, is Joshua. So the median would be 28 for this data set. Okay? So we can actually take it one step further and we can say, what is the minimum in this data and what is the maximum? Now, if you can remember from class, the minimum and maximum are the smallest and the largest number in that data set. So I took the time to write down a little quiz, if you will, about our data. So we have my dad who's 50, 47, 28, 25, and 22. So if we wanted the minimum of this data, we would take a look, and I've already arranged them in order, and you can see that my sister is 22 and my dad is 50. So our answer is going to be, for the minimum, 22, because that's our smallest number. So I'm going to write down 22. Okay? The maximum is my father, and he is 50. So I'm going to write down 50 for my maximum. So we already have our maximum and minimum done. We already did the median, which is the middle number, which we decided was my brother. He's the middle. Okay? So we would write down median, which is 28. So now we've come down to range. Now if you remember, range is where you actually have to do some math. And you're going to take the maximum number in your data minus your minimum number in your data, and that's going to give you your range. Okay? So we know that the maximum was 50 and our minimum was 22. So you can put in here your 22, your minus, and 50. And that is going to give you your range. Okay? So the next step is your mean. The mean is something that a lot of you keep getting confused about. So I wrote this down for one more time of review. All you do is you're getting the average of the whole data. So you're going to take all your data, which I wrote down, and you're going to add it together. Add all the numbers together. And then you're going to do step 2. Step 2 is when you divide by the total number of add-ins. Remember, the add-ins are each of these. So we are adding 5 numbers together, so you'll divide by 5. So if you look at the next chart, we took our 50, 47, 28, 52, and 22. Okay? So when we add all of these together, oh, this one should actually be 25, not 52. So we better change that one. See, Miss Perfect made a mistake. Okay, so we better make that our 25 because I am not 52 years old. Okay, so we added all these together, and I added them together, and we got 172. That was our first step. Our second step is taking it and dividing it by the add-ins. We had 5 add-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we divided it by 5. So we have 172 divided by 5. And remember, your first number always goes in the house. Okay? So then you also get 5 divided by 172. And I've already answered this, and if you would do the math or use your calculator to double check, you're going to get 34.4. So this is your mean. So your mean is 34 if we rounded it. Okay? One quick little review again of your minimum, maximum, range, mode, median. I would suggest maybe making one of these at home. Minimum, smallest number. I wrote it really tiny. Maximum, your biggest number in your data set. So I wrote max, really big. Range, you start from smallest and go all the way to your largest. And remember, that's where you have to use some math and subtract. Mode, which we didn't have a mode in my data because there was only one number used each time once. So mode is when you have a number that's used more than once, the number that's used the most or occurs the most in your data set. So I have 2 E's here to remind you that it's the most used. Median is the number, remember, in the middle. So I made my D extra big to remind you that the median is the middle number. Now, remember, these are all ways to figure out an average of a data. Now, I would suggest making this chart and working on it and doing some practice with mom and dad, and then that'll prepare you for tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video 5A, and I look forward to seeing you. Bye.